Hello everyone. Ray has picked up his first Glock.
The Glock p80 Retro. Because, of course, Ray has to get the hipster crap that's always like some retro something or other. And that's what I like, and I'm not going to pretend like I don't.
We got back from the range we went to today. It shot very nice. Now, what the price difference between this and your typical Glock?
I think they're very close.
How much did you pay for it?
After taxes and fees,
Mm-hmm.
$669. Nice.
How available are they? Because I know it's supposed to be like a kind of a collector's item type deal.
It's kind of yes and no. I had to get mine on Gunbroker because currently all of the people that sell them, they're just sold out. They can't really get them right now.
Yeah.
It's not a question of is Glocks or Lipsies not selling them anymore. It's they are churning them out as fast as they can, but they cannot get enough out to meet the current demand.
This is unloaded at the moment?
Yes.
Because I know like perspective is a little different. When he's pointing this way,
Yeah.
I'm over here. Like, that's over here. I'm over here.
There's a good, like,
Yeah.
2 feet of difference. So.
Yes.
Look,
Making sure
everything's
we're
cleared,
always safe.
so.
No accidents here. So, would you like to run through what's different? I do not have a 17. I have a 19. But
So,
can you run through the different things here? What you would get with this?
so it's meant to mimic the old generations of Glock, so it doesn't have any sort of a rail that was introduced on the Gen 3s, which he has a Gen 3. Gen 3 also has the finger grooves and the stippling, or the texturing on the front strap and the back strap. The Gen 1s, it was just sort of a wraparound, sort of a grip texture, and that was it. The Gen 2s, they had a front strap and back strap serrations. Gen 3s, front strap, back strap with the finger grooves. Gen 4s, I believe all they changed was, I believe that was a recoil assembly again. Like, they changed up the Gen 3 or Gen 2 recoil system, and then the Gen 3 had the Gen 2 recoil system, and then the Gen 4 had a slightly different Gen 4 recoil system, and then Gen 5 has the improved Gen 4 recoil system, and then the Gen 5 now has basically a Gen 2 grip with a not-so-great magwell that I kind of like,
And
but
that's
it
why
has
Ray
a couple of features.
is the resident Glock expert. And all Glock questions will go to Ray.
And the only reason I know this is because I was like, wow, they're coming out with a retro one? Well, now I want to know why it's different. And then
Yeah.
I do a big old learning quest, and I kind of just was like, oh man, that's pretty cool how they invented these back in the day. And then Die Hard 2 came around and was like, that's a Glock 7. It's a polyester pistol that can
Go through, yeah, sneak through metal detectors. Cost more than you make, like, I think it was like a week or a month.
Yeah.
It's like, you'd be surprised how much I make.
And it's like,
I do like that.
basically
yes.
nothing in there was true.
Yeah, that's Hollywood for you.
But
How did it shoot, Ray?
I actually liked it. The trigger, it doesn't have a very good reset. It's like when you're firing, the actual like trigger pull is half decent. I've seen some mil-spec triggers that are better. I've seen some that are definitely worse. Nagant revolver. So the reset, it's a little tactile, but it's kind of mushy. And then the trigger itself, it has a little bit of like creepy mush. It's nowhere near as bad as yours. So
Yeah.
I would say that this one actually has a slightly improved trigger. So there you go. See, it kind of like mushes into the break, which, may I?
Sure. No magazine in.
So yours, it's way more like take up and mush right into it. Which I would say that the actual like break itself is about the same, but it's like getting to the break.
Mm-hmm.
And then the reset is actually the exact same. So
Glock.
Which, other thing is, there are 2 pins here and here on his. Mine only has 1, which they went back to with the Gen 5, and I believe they got away from it with the Gen 2. So that's kind of interesting.
And it actually says p80 on the side.
Yes.
If you want to show them.
So,
And again, if you were to get your hands on one of these, The price difference isn't too much from your typical Glock. Glock being above 500. I think you said you paid $660 for yours.
Yeah, $669. Nice. I believe I've seen quite a few in the like $649 for a lot of like the Gen 4 Glock 19s
I will
or
put,
Glock 17s.
I'll put the shooting video separate to this. I'll put it the same day, but I'll upload this first and the shooting video. 50 rounds is not enough to break it in, but at the moment, 9mm being hard to come by.
I mean, we can go ahead and spend $10 to get a dime bag full of 9mm and shoot for 5 minutes, or we can try and like do a couple hundred rounds, everything, and just sort of update as we go.
Because I was doing some testing with my Glocks using steel case, and Ray did not want to break his pistol in with the steel case.
No, I felt like that would be unfair. B,
felt dirty. Felt wrong as a collector's piece of sorts.
In my opinion, is a collector's piece. I'm collecting it. I want it to be as good as possible, with like decent ammo going through it, until, you know, I get like a regular, like if I buy a Gen 5 Glock, I'll have no problem putting steel case through it because it's a Gen 5 Glock. There's a billion of them. This one's kind of more of a limited edition. This is still
my most reliable pistol, and I have no problem throwing whatever in it to try it out.
Which the Pro Mag magazine, of course, didn't do too hot. No. I think it was the ammo though.
I still think it was the magazine, which is a separate video, but worth mentioning. If you're gonna buy Glocks, buy Glock magazines.
Which the magazines are so prevalent and they're so available. Mm-hmm. There's no real reason to get
any gun store you go to should have some in stock.
Like OEM Glock magazines,
and that's everywhere I've seen that typically carries Glock magazines will have them. Like Bass Pro, it's very much available. Little gun store, big name stores, they've all had them. For going prices, they vary, but available nonetheless.
But even for my 9mm carbine that takes the Glock mags, the 33 rounders, I even got those as OEM. I was like, I'm only gonna get like 5 of them. I don't really care. It's like, yeah, but I'm gonna get the actual Glock mag. And now I have a Glock to go with the Glock mag carbine. Everything just
I am a big fan of the Glock magazines themselves. My AR9 takes Glock mags, and I have no issue. I'm not by no means a Glock fanboy. I don't think they're the best thing out there.
No,
but if
they're very much plain Jane.
For recommending someone like to their first like full size 9mm, I would always stick to recommending to Glock. Just because of how available they are.
Like, you really can't go wrong with them. Plus, with all of the law enforcement trade-in ones, you can get one in 49, 45, a Glock 22, a Glock 17, a Glock 19, even some, like, concealed carry ready, like Glock 34s and Glock 20.
So, to close out this video, what are your final thoughts on the P80?
So, I like it. The grip texture could be a little bit better, but I kind of wish that they would go back and just make the Gen 2 again. Just do the Gen 2 again, because if this had just... All this needs is the front and back strap, and it will be an excellent, like, very well-rounded kind of do-all gun. Which is, in my opinion, from what I read and what I've seen, is kind of why this was made. It was meant to be a inexpensive alternative pistol that armies could adopt and equip, and it's just hyper simple all around, and it's just peak efficiency, synergy.
My last question is, maybe someone has on their mind also, are you going to change out the sights?
On this one,
no.
I'm going to use them until they break, if they break, and then I will change them to something that's actually metal.
I still need to switch out the sights on mine. It's been on the to-do list, I just haven't gotten around to doing it.
I'll tell you what, that Glock Gen 5, you can get a version with glow sights already installed.
I know someone that did, and I told him to do that, or else you just spend $100 but I wanted the Gen 3. That's neither here nor there, but congrats on the purchase.
I like it, and I'm not even really like a big Glock fan. Honestly, I've always felt that they were a bit like outside their price range now. Yeah. Like they had pushed themselves into a different
I would
market.
Agree with that, because I've seen them like hitting the $600 price point, and it's like, if you there's again, if it's your first pistol, I would recommend Glock. I don't think it's the best thing out there. But
if you're gonna have like a pistol, one or two, like a pistol and a revolver, I would say that the Glock is a very good choice.
yes.
If you're going to have a bunch of pistols, or you want something that's really, really good, in like the sense of like the Beretta M9A3, where it's got like a super light trigger and it's got all sorts of like hyper smooth, amazing finish. The magazines have this amazing finish, and it's like really high end. Then don't go with the Glock.
Yeah.
If you want something with a really good trigger, you're going to want to upgrade your Glock.
At times, it leaves something to be desired for something you take to the range, but as something as just a defensive tool, definitely a good option.
You know what? I think I'm going to say it now. I'm going to try and own like 3 Glocks. I'm going to have this. I'm going to get a Gen 5 G17, so that way it's like the beginning and the most recent. And then I'm going to get a Glock 19, but I'm going to build one.
Okay.
So that way I can have like the beginning, middle that was don't worry, it's fine.
It's fine. But now this is for the viewers that are still sticking around. I have wanted to do an 80 build, but we're gonna keep that on the down low. When we show it, we're not gonna say what it is. It'll just be here, and you'll know for watching this video, because when I build my 17,
the real subscribers,
the real viewers. When I build my 17, I will not be. It'll essentially have no Glock parts. I want to make a Gucci Glock, and something to go, because I can get all OEM parts, besides the frame itself. But I want to try out the Gucci parts,
which is what I'm gonna do.
And I now here's the thing, because of the controversy going on now, I don't think that'll be an issue going forward. But I'd rather not address it. And the same thing when I've seen channels that make videos on how to purchase it, how to how to do that. I want to stay away from that, because obviously we are here's the thing, it's getting too much into the political too. I think law-abiding citizens should own firearms, but if you don't have the proper permit, you're putting yourself in a weird spot as far as ownership.
The way that Illinois law has worked, to my knowledge,
I'm saying us doing it 100% legal. You, wherever you're at, I'm not sure. This is not a recommendation. I'm saying what we're doing, and when we have it at the range, I'm not going to make a video talking about it. We'll just have it, and we'll just make some videos shooting it and be like, hey, this is my Gucci Glock.
Which, on that note, two things. One, to my knowledge, Illinois law and most laws in general, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a law expert, keep that in mind. To my knowledge, the way it has always worked is you can build your own firearms, but you have to be legally capable of owning a firearm. So in our case, since Illinois requires FOID cards, we have FOID cards. At that point, we're A-okay.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, I would like to get into 3D printing. So same deal. We're gonna have it, and we're not gonna talk too much.
Because right now, the frames are still very much available online. I have seen them out of stock from time to time, but they're still available, and I think the price is there. And what I'm trying to do is just make a Gucci Glock. It's something ridiculous. It's just something I want to do, and I didn't want to go out and get a perfectly good gun and then switch out all the parts.
Yeah, because then you have a bunch of stock parts left over.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I do plan it'll cost me a little bit more than just picking up a new firearm, but at the end of the day, I'll have fun with it, and that's the end. Because I do want to try out an optic on the pistol, make it like a Gucci / race style, and
I would like to show you a bunch of stuff on Brownells, because they actually have a slide kit.
Yes.
And you can get one with the armor cut and a bunch of other stuff. So
this has been the p80 video that turned into a lot of other stuff. But thank you guys for watching.
The p80 went to p80, went to 3D printing and law. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
Ray, show the box. This is actual closing. We didn't show the box. Let's
we forgot. So here's the box that it comes in. It has a little cardboard sleeve over that, and then it's got little magnets. How in the fuck do they work? And then you open it up and you get your stupid orange lock. Nobody cares.
Ray didn't want to take the box to the range. He didn't want to ruin the pristine cardboard.
Shut up! And then you got all of your stuff inside of this sealed envelope. That's pretty cool. You got another sealed envelope with your authenticity bullshit. And then you get an original looking Tupperware container. You can just pop that open. And it's got a little cleaning rod right down here. So cleaning rod, little bristly brush, and then there's just stickers in there. And you can take your Glock and you can stick it in there, and you can put that in there, and then you have that.
Your little Glock lunchbox.
Your little Glock lunchbox, just like in the Japanese animes. And then you can open this, and there's orange in there, and it says stuff. So, okay. Sorry about that. This is like a little PS in case you want to know what the box looks like. So, yeah, there you go. Tupperware container, lid. Very good.
Thank you guys for watching.
Nice.